Hello, hello, hello everybody. How is everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing decent. I'm very tired. But let's get to streaming. It's been a while. It's been oh hey, my game loaded. That's great. That's perfect timing right there. Yeah, I'm on time. I'm on time. I almost wasn't on time. I just really wanted to watch the latest Serpa design video before the stream started because he made an enclosure for vampire crabs. And if you don't know, I have some vampire crabs of my own, and I've always wondered. Actually, I should turn on the light of my vivariums. They need some light, and then I can enjoy them myself as well. That will be pretty great. Alright, can I see any crabs? Do we have any crabs visible? I can see some eyes staring back at me inside a cave, but that's all. Hey! Alright, let's, hello, Noabo. Hello, Mr. Tisk. Hello, Jody Oliver. Hello, T-Rex. Hello, Elegant Duck. Glad to see you all here. Yeah, we wanted to stream yesterday. I wanted to stream yesterday. But I had a sore throat all day. I hoped it would get better with time, but no. It's still not great. It was better today, but I helped out my sister and her boyfriend. They're remodeling their house, and I offered to help, the kind soul that I am. And it was a lot of fun, but it was exhausting. And, you know, we were tearing down walls, and there was just so much dust and stuff. Yeah, it was not great for my throat, which was still not 100%. But it's better now. It's still better than it was yesterday, somehow. So, stuff. I want to say a few words before we get started on the topic of today's stream, which is not what we're looking at right now. This is what I was working on last night. If you saw my tweets, you may have noticed. This is going to be a special thing, which I'll talk about in a second. First things first, though. We have been exploding. Like, I haven't streamed in a month, and so much has happened this month. So much. A lot of good stuff. Some stuff, but that's all personal things that I won't talk about. Because, you know, I don't mind talking about my personal life, but when it involves other people, things get complicated, you know, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't be talking about this stuff. So there's some complicated things happening in my life, or have happened. I've kind of closed the book there, but yeah, let me stop talking. So, one exciting thing that has been going on last month is the console release of Planet Zoo, which I'm going to say is probably the reason that my channel has been exploding a little bit. Well, maybe that's overstating it, but we have been steadily growing throughout the past few months, and we've recently passed 2,400 subscribers, which I'm pretty excited about. That's like almost a milestone. I mean, everything is a milestone if you want, but like we're getting really close to that 2,500, which I think is the next kind of big thing, right? So if you're new, welcome. This is Keypark Zoo. This is my personal project. As you saw today, we had a new episode of Building the Beekse Bergen, which is my main project in Planet Zoo. It's a recreation of a real-life zoo here in the Netherlands. This is Keypark Zoo, which is my own zoo. It is. It kind of is it came from me visiting a lot of small zoos and thinking to myself, man, I feel like you could do so much more with this space. I feel like you could make such better enclosures, such more interesting and unique things. And as time went on, like, it probably didn't take me more than a month or two before I completely went past the original intent, which was just a simple small zoo, until I started doing hyper-themed, just impossible things. Like, this would probably not be possible to be done in real life ever, but I'm having fun with it, so let's just continue with it. So we've got a couple of areas. We've got the entrance area, the Europe area, Africa area. This big white thing is technically the top of the aquarium, but in reality, all of this is the top of the aquarium, because there's things built on top of each other. It's great. You'll see it at some point. I think when we do hit 2,500 subscribers, I will do a tour of what we have so far, even though it's not nearly done. But yeah, I can quickly show, like, if we go underneath here, we end up in what is part of the aquarium, but none of it is really finished. So, like, over here we've got some coral reefs, and then if we go up, we are inside of the Indian village that we were in earlier. So yeah, lots of cool stuff happening here. And speaking of the Indian village, while I was on holiday earlier this month, yes, I was on holiday earlier this month, I went to Wildlands and visited a bunch of other stuff. I might talk about it. I have so much stuff I want to talk about, because all month I was like, oh man, I want to stream, I want to talk about all these things. So I just wrote down a bunch of stuff that have happened over the past month, and we'll see what we get to talk about. But one of the things is... Ooh, pelican sculpture from Blijdorp. Yes, exactly. One of the things is that I've been thinking about storytelling. I visited a zoo. It's called Hof van Ekbergen. Which, I mean, is barely a zoo at the moment. They have a zoo license as of recently. Or actually a while already. But it was a very small-scaled entertainment park, which they had a bowling alley, they have an indoor playground, they have midget golf, and they had a small animal park. But they are currently planning to really expand this animal park into something much bigger and cooler, and they want to be part of the AZA, participate in breeding programs, stuff like that. My door isn't closed, I'm gonna fix that real quick, it's problematic. There we go. And they're really focusing on the educational part and storytelling, and really creating a really, I'm saying really a lot, unique experience. And I immediately had to think of Keypark, because that's what I've been doing with Keypark as well. And Keypark is also a smaller zoo, not as small as Hof van Ekbergen. And I am aiming for a slightly larger species and stuff with the hyenas and things. But the storytelling aspect that they mentioned really suits Keypark, because we've got the Europe area, which is like storytelling about fables. Hey, Penguin Boy. We've got especially the Africa area, which I'm most proud of so far, where we got the storytelling of Kafuli National Park, which is a national park, and as you walk through it, you encounter a lot of things about national parks. So animals. In a national park, animals have the right of way. There's going to be anti-poaching, because animals, a national park, tourism, and how that contributes to a national park, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Storytelling is great. So I thought to myself, can we improve the storytelling of other areas? So one of the things I came up with is that... first of all, okay, we have Kafuli National Park. Kafuli is Swahili for lock, and we have Keypark. Keys, locks, ha ha ha. Then I made the realization that we have a castle in the Europe area. Or, well, we have a tower, but there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more ruins around. I realized that the Dutch word for castle is kasteel, but also a different word, it's a synonym for castle, is slot, which is the Dutch word for, you guessed it, lock. So it's perfect. So this area will be called slot something. So I think it's gonna be, instead of folklore forest, I wanna go full Dutch for the Europe area and call it Slot Fabelbos, which is castle fable forest. I think that will be really fun. And then the story can be about the owners of the castle being obsessed with fables, and how the animals fit in with that. You could also have a loch area. I know. It came to my mind as well. Yes, it is kind of a sprookjesslot, indeed. but not a spoke slot, because that one doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, that's the Europe area. And then I was thinking about the Asian or the Indian village over here. And I just looked up some words in Hindi, I think. And Tala came up as a word for lock. And I thought it was a pretty cool name. So this village will be called Tala. And that's where we are now. So that brings us to the building we started the stream in. Took a while. This is Tala Academy. It's a school. Little Invader Zim reference there. If any of you are familiar with that show, that's kind of part of my childhood. And this is sponsored by Yak. Now, what is Yak? Yak is going to be my version of Stichting Wildlife in the Beekse Bergen, the Wildlife Foundation, which is a non-profit organization inside of the zoo that raises money for wildlife projects. Think, pretty much any organization that helps animals out in the wild. Think the Red Panda Network. I think there's like a cheetah conservation program, like a hippo conservation. Here I go again. Doing great. So Yak will be Keypark's version of that. Now, what is Yak? It stands for. Do I have that on here? No, I don't. Well, too bad. Yak stands for You Are Key. It's really focused on its donors. You are the key to conservation. Yak. So, and of course, Yak will have their own little headquarters over here. I put them in the Indian village because there was space. We had space here for a little school area, and I thought it would be a great way to combine the school area with the charity organization area. So on the door over here, we can already see there's a program. It might be reserved for schools. There will be presentations. There will be free walk-in moments as well. So cool stuff. I love zoo lore. Thank you so much. So the inside of here, there will be a couple of enclosures. There will be a lot of educational things, just like in the Wildlife Foundation. And as you can tell on the walls, we have some billboards. Oh, now how the hell, you might be wondering, did I make these? It was actually not that difficult. I just took a screenshot of a wall. I just took a screenshot of a plaster piece, and now we have the wallpaper billboards. They don't have that reflectiveness that other billboards have as much. There's still a bit of odd stuff happening there, but they look a lot better than regular billboards do. And yeah, no, I took a screenshot of a wall. I went into an image editing program, and I just kept saving over. I kept making adjustments to the brightness, the contrast, the hue, the saturation, stuff like that, until it looked right. So I just kept making a change in my image editing program, then reloading the billboards here to see how that change reflects to the real plaster, until I came up with this. So what we will be doing here is we will be hanging stuff on these walls. For people unfamiliar with the zoo, you may have never seen this, but we've got the same thing going on over here. We've got a little backstage, and we've got all sorts of posters and drawings made by the viewers. So this one's made by Moblong. We've got this one, I think that's made by Julius, a guy named Julius. This one is made by my ex. This is fine because we're still friends. I don't suddenly want to remove this or anything. This one was made by Leaf, as you can tell. So yeah, really cool stuff. And we're going to do the same thing over here in Tala Village, Tala Academy. So as you can tell, we have a lot more wall space. So I've already received a bunch of drawings from people, which I'm really happy with. But if you're watching right now and you think, oh, I want to join that, you can just make any drawing, doesn't matter how bad, because the idea is that it would be made by children. And you can send them to me on Discord or on Twitter, Instagram DMs even. What's happening? And yeah, they will be hung up on the walls over here somewhere. It will not just be drawings, because it would get a little too crowded. I will also have like posters of like yak related things, and we'll have other stuff as well, like educational things, maybe some Bronation Association of Zoo stuff, campaigns from the Braza. So many possibilities. And we will be working. I'd love to make another Keep Calm poster, just like I did for the penguins. Yeah, and if you make a drawing, it can be for anything in Keypark. So what you can do is, you can actually go to keyparkzoo.com. What is this? Oh, the animal presentation starting. I was like, why is there something so loud? Okay, let me actually pause the game. You can go to keyparkzoo.com. And this is my website that I made myself. It's, as you can see, it's under construction. But you can go to Park Animals, and you'll have a list of all the animals that I currently have planned for Keypark. It's not entirely complete, because there will be a lot of like small animals like frogs and gecko. But for the main animals, it's here. You can see I have very great pictures of all the animals on here. Yeah, very, very work in progress, all of it. But over here you can see which animals are going to be in Keypark, so you can kind of take some inspiration and if you're looking for something to draw, which is pretty neat. But yeah, anyway, we will be working on this area in a different live stream on, let me see, I love how we've been going for like 20 minutes and I have done nothing at all. But I need to quickly check this. So if I go to go live, I have a different stream planned. It's not public yet, but it will be any moment. On the 20th of April, there will be a special live stream where we're going to raise some money in aid of the WWF UK. I was asked by them if I was interested in doing a charity stream in support of them, and it's going to be for Earth Day 2024. So yeah, we'll be live on the 20th of April. I will announce it sometime soon-ish. I need to work out a couple more things for it. But during that stream, the Yak Foundation will be raising money for the WWF. So we will be working on this building, and if you donate during the stream, I can actually show that. If you donate during the stream, you will be put on a check. This is actually not the right one, but I can open both of them. Because I already made one now for the last year we did a stream on International Red Panda Day, raising money for the Red Panda Network. So I also made a check for them. So over here you can see that. So this will be put up on the wall somewhere, because International Red Panda Day 2023 we raised $184 to help save this keystone species. Really like the word keystone there, because we're Keypark, we gotta use the word key wherever we can. Yeah, you can see thanks to all who donated, especially Mr. Gariel and Becky. They were the top donors, so they got a little crown. Yeah, we'll make a similar check for Earth Day 2024 over here, and people donating during that stream will be put on this check and be part of Keypark as well. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. More details coming soon. But for now, let's finally work on the thing that we were actually going to be working on today. Or which we were going to be working on yesterday, I should say, because I initially planned the stream for yesterday. So Eben, the bastard that he is, sent me a thing the other day. Oh, hi elephant puppet. I did not ignore you. Also, Olaf, hello. I'm sorry, I didn't notice your message there. But basically, for a while I've been saying like, yeah, I'm pretty much done conceptually done with Keypark. I know roughly which species I want. I know which areas I'm gonna want. I haven't worked out the details of the North America area yet, but I know what I want in there. And then Eben shows up and he's like, hey, why doesn't Keypark not have an area about the Florida Keys? And I'm like, damn, why didn't I think of that? Because I had initially, I had at some point a plan to have a alligator building in here. But I scrapped it at some point. I don't really remember why. But yeah, no, Eben was like, why don't you have an area for the Florida Keys? And I couldn't believe that I didn't. So that is definitely something that needs to be fixed, right? We need to go out and fix that right now. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Over here in this little corner is going to be our Florida Keys area. We're going to move the prairie dogs. They probably won't get... The idea over here was that the prairie dogs would have a little walkthrough enclosure. Don't think we're going to be doing that anymore. No, probably not. So instead we will make a another indoor area that will have alligators. I know there's not a lot of alligators in the Florida Keys, but they do exist, and I will show you if I go over here. Maps. Bam. Oh wait, fuck me. Why do I keep doing this? God damn it. Why did it take me so long to get rid of it as well? Well, you know the city I live in, I guess. It's not the worst. Because that was pretty much known info anyway. But I'm gonna look up the Florida Keys. Hopefully I won't have to live here much longer anyway. Because I am very much it's gonna take at least like another half year, but I'm working on that. Like, I'm soon, basically, okay, so for those who don't know, I work through a traineeship, which is not earning a lot of money. Yeah, Mabel, I've done it before. It's the stupidest thing. I'm just very tired. But yeah, no, I work through an internship, which does not make a lot of money. But later this year, I'm gonna be, I'm gonna keep working for the same company, but instead of working for the internship, or the traineeship, I should say, I'm gonna become an internal employee of the company that I'm currently doing the traineeship at, which will not double my salary, but pretty much almost double my salary. Hopefully, that's what I'm aiming for. So at that point, I'm gonna start looking for a new place to live, because currently I simply can't afford it. Can happen to everyone, yeah, but it's really like, it shouldn't. I already purposely, Google Maps does not have access to my location, because exactly for this reason. Also, I just got a Discord message, and let's see, what is it? It is somebody who sent me a nice koala drawing for Keypark. That's fantastic. I love it. It's perfect. Thank you, Jody. Alright, so anyway, yeah, the keys. So the keys are a really cool ecosystem over here, and it's mostly saltwater, which is why you don't find a lot of alligators here. Because alligators tend to live in freshwater environments like the Everglades. So mostly in the Keys you would find the American crocodile. Now, I did consider adding the American crocodile to Keypark instead. But I will say, in all honesty, why am I going to Netflix? That is not... I want to go to Nexus. Evil me not endorsing my mods. Yeah, I should. But American crocodile. So I am not a huge fan of this mod. The face looks blurry and shiny and weird. The back spiky things look very angular. I don't know. It doesn't quite do it for me, personally. So I would rather have the American alligator, which is a beautiful model in game already. No need for the mod, no stuff. So I started to look up, are there alligators in the Keys? And I found some very mixed information. A lot of sources say no, the Keys are a saltwater environment, there's no alligators, just crocodiles. Then some things say yes, you sometimes may find a stray alligator, it's really strange. But ultimately I did find very clear evidence that on the Big Pine Key and kind of these areas, there is enough freshwater space that there are some alligators there. And also, there's even some studies saying that inside of the Keys, some alligators even venture out into the saltwater a little bit, which was remarkable. But over here, if we look at the Blue Hole observation platform, very specific place over here. If we go to the actual observation platform, we will see, and this is, I picked the exact wrong image. I need the other one, I think. Nope, this is not what we... Oh, well, actually, that works too. I was going to point out a little sign that says don't feed the alligators, but I think this is even more evidence that, yes, there are alligators living in the Keys. Here is one. So, I think that's a good enough reason to just have the American alligator over here in our own Keys area. And we can have some really cool education about the differences between the American crocodile and the American alligator. The fact that the Keys is the only place in the world where the two actually kind of live in the same area. Oh, my bad. And I think it'll be cool. So now we just gotta figure out how are we going to shape this. So we've got our South America area over here with our islands for the monkeys and the capybara. By the way, also a really cool thing, I have commissioned a certain modder by the name of Monsoon, and they're going to be making a monkey for me. They are going to be making a woolly monkey, which is going to be inhabiting the larger of the monkey islands over here in the South America area. So that's really, really exciting. I can't wait to see what they create. But this is going to be the backstage of the woolly monkey. And I think we can actually trim that down quite a bit, because this is a pretty big backstage. And I definitely have seen, smaller backstages for monkeys, albeit in more roadsidey zoos. I definitely think we can get away with something like this. Although I guess it would be something like this for the on-show backstage, but then you still want, at the very least, you want some off-show backstage, right? But then again, when you look at... Oh wait, I was about to reference a video that isn't out yet, because I've been pre-recording videos a lot more, which is great for if you're a member. I have been really giving that membership perk of early access to videos a reason to exist. I think if we have something like this, this can also be backstage for other stuff, maybe. I think we need to start combining some things into this. I guess it will be a larger complex. The I almost said Everglades, the Keys. Hello, MRO Place. MRO Place, I don't know. But yeah, I guess we can make this backstage building for the monkeys, but also maybe for the flamingos. They can also have like a part in it. Or is that not necessary? I don't know. Because what I also want... Okay, so what I want is I also want to have a view of the flamingo from the Keys area, because they are also a species that I think can be found there. If I just look up, I always like to look at the IUCN pages for this stuff. So if we just look up, oh no, not flamingo P. Let's see, if we look up American flamingo, I think that would be what we would have. We can zoom in, and we can see that indeed the Keys are highlighted. So, and so are other South American areas. So I think the American flamingo will be a nice inclusion for both the South America area, and then we can also create a viewpoint from what will be the Keys area. So let's get some plaster, because we're just brainstorming. We're just going at it. I'm building a zoo for Latin American species. I want to build a nocturnal house. Do you have any tips? I haven't really built a nocturnal house before. The one time I tried, I gave up. But I don't know. One thing that you might be able to use is, you know, how when you have a lot of terrain, because it's never dark in the game, right? Like even if you're inside of something, like if we go inside of this house, it's not really dark in here. So one thing that the only thing that creates darkness in this game is terrain. So if you make like a thick layer of terrain, let's make that big as well. You'll notice that in here it actually gets dark if you block this off with more terrain. I'm making a great show for this. But if we block this off entirely, and I'm clicking too much, this is going to be really annoying to undo. But this is my advice. This doesn't even work yet. There needs to be even more terrain. See, that's the difficult part about it. Is if you want it to actually work, you need a ton of terrain. But it does work, trust me. You can create darkness. See? It's darker in here than it would be if you just had pieces. I don't know. Hey, Forge! How are you doing today? Or you can just, you know, turn the game to nighttime if you want to show off your nocturnal house. Or you just use a lot of light. That's another way you can do stuff. Anyway, I think what I'm actually, instead of using the plaster, I think I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these. This is another area we need to tackle soon. I want to make some changes to this aviary. I just downloaded like 100 modded animals. That is a lot of modded animals. Alright, let's split these. Alright, so I need to think. First thing I need to think about is, do I actually want the monkey backstage in this spot over here? Or can they be somewhere else? Because one thing I'm imagining right now, right, is what if we put them like over here? Like so. And we just have them like that. And then this also creates a nice barrier between the South America area over here and what's going to be the North America area over here, which is shrinking by the minute. but I think that's actually quite nice, because then you know, nobody wants to see beavers from their South America area. That's just it's just ridiculous. So I think that's actually a good idea. And then we can create, because what I was thinking for the backstage itself is that it would become a nice bit of rock. So if I get some tiger rock, this is not the nature tab. If I got some tiger rock, just because I like the look of it, you know, the tropical rock is dirt. If you want rocks, you need tiger rocks. Reverse manifest destiny. I don't know what that is referring to, but I'll take it. So I want to create a nice bit of rock work. Basically what I want to do here is the thing that Blighter pass. If I just go quickly to... I'll show you what I mean. This does not show what I mean. When did I get my GoPro? Somewhere around here. It's the idea of... Oh! Reverse manifest destiny. Yeah, okay. We don't want North America here. No. Definitely not. This is the Oceanium. We got to like Africa-ish. Is Africa? It's too far in Africa. Okay, that's not far enough in Africa. Actually, I was pretty close. Almost. This is it. This is where we want to be. So, what I want to create is kind of like this, except not with copy rocks, because that wouldn't make sense in South America. But we've got the rock that has the backstage in it, and then a little shade structure in front of it, or I kind of want the shade structure to also be rocky. So we'd have like pillars or something. Could even have a waterfall going over this. This is not final. This is just the name of your reptile or your nocturnal house. I'm really bad with names. If you haven't noticed, the most original names in this zoo are just the word lock translated into a different language. The name of Latin American zoo is Chequa Zoo, inspired by the tribe name. That sounds really good. I don't have a name for the America areas yet. I think I've wanted to just call it, you can see South America. I think I wanted to just call it Journey to the New World. And it will be kind of a overarching name for South America, the Keys, and North America. Because it's going to be a one-way, like, over here I think I'm going to have a thing that's like, this is the exit, please go here. Because it's going to be kind of a one-way trip from South America to the Keys to North America. But the storytelling is limited. The storytelling for South America is almost there, in terms of it being like, it's going to be about the boats. There's going to be education about how people on the ships ate Galapagos turtles, and that's why they're endangered. But other than that, I don't really have a story yet. But anyway, we have Monkey backstage. Apparently this is Monkey 1. if this sign is to be believed. So we'll have some glass viewing over there. Maybe a Spanish garden could work. Very, very possibly so. But, so we go into our cave. So do we, is the cave also the entrance to the Florida Keys? Would that make sense? There aren't really any caves in the Florida Keys, I feel. I think instead, I kind of wanted it to just be a building that you enter. So I think I would rather end the whole cave thing. Keys could still fit in since there are a ton of Cuban and other Spanish country immigrants. Trust me, I live there. You live in the Keys? That's really cool. But yeah, I feel like we would have a little cave over here. And maybe that would be like a secondary path. So we can make it a bit smaller. And a bit more obscured as well. That'll be the monkey backstage. And then over here I'm doubting. There aren't really any caves in the Keys. It's mostly beach and swamps. Exactly. Can't have such inaccuracies. So what's neat with what we did here is that we don't need to do a thing that I was planning on doing, which is I was planning to do the thing that they do in Blightorp. Hey, we still have Blightorp open. I was planning on doing this. No, this is Nepal. I was planning on doing this. Probably this. Yeah, definitely will be in here. So over here you've got the monkey islands, as you can see, and there's no visible way for the monkeys to get onto these islands, and it's super cool. Basically over here there's a hole, and there is a tunnel going under the water, under the visitor path to the island. So that's what I want to do over here, at the very least. So there's going to be a tunnel underneath that goes to the island. And we could do the same thing over here, but it's kind of not necessary because the visitors aren't going along there. So what we could literally just have a log. I don't think this is a climbable log in the game, but you get the idea. So for the woolly monkeys we can just do something like this. Are you sure you want to torture yourself like that? I already did a proof of concept and it worked, so yeah. It'll be fine. Don't worry. And even if it doesn't, even if we won't be fine, I can always just make it implied. That's the great thing about sandbox mode. It doesn't need to work. Although I do like making stuff that works. Trust me, I'll be fine. So, now then, over here, we are going to be making our Florida Keys stuff. So, I'm going to extend the boardwalk to over here. We can, if we want, build something here. Maybe, I don't know what would be good to have there. It might actually be good to have a bathroom somewhere in here because, yeah, I don't know. The closest bathroom is going to be in here. It's going to be over here, I think. Yeah, it's going to be inside of the restaurant. So, I don't know. It will be quite a walk, but also not that far. Making stuff that works is a neat idea. It's so novel, right? But we do have a lot of stuff that works in Keypark. Like just earlier this week, I fixed the koalas being able to go in and out of their enclosure. So they should... It's not working. Wait, why can you not climb at all? What's happening here? There you go. Yeah, look, they can go in and out of their enclosure. Which is really neat. And so can they? Cannot, no. But koalas can climb? Yeah, but actually, I think he's actually going to show it. Look at them. They're changing places. So, I don't know what Frontier did, by the way, but before, they never used the trees. But recently, they really started to climb into the trees and stuff. I mean, this is the enrichment item. We're always using that one, even though it still looks like this. But lately, I've been seeing them just hanging out in the tree a lot, which is really, really cool. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We have made 0 progress. So I think over here we'll have our little entrance to the keys. So we'll have a little building, like a little shack built against the. There will be a lot of bamboo around here. Is there bamboo on the keys? Probably not, but bamboo is like the go-to. We need a place filled with foliage in our zoo. Let's use bamboo. So that will be the entrance of the keys. Koalas can also fly, yes. This is scientific proof that they do, right? So over here there'll be a view into the flamingo enclosure. This building will also have a couple of vivariums. We already have iguana in the South America building, so we don't really need another iguana enclosure in here. Exactly, bamboo is so versatile. It's just tropical plant. Let's have some bamboo. I think also if we go back to the... Oh, I don't have it open anymore. And I almost wanted to press my history. But that's probably not a good idea to open that. Why did it not save my history of Google Maps? That's weird. Maps. Now opening it on my not stream screen. Keys. Florida. Florida Keys. There we go. Just want to plop down a thing somewhere on Big Pine Key. Yeah, we can see this is the kind of foliage that there is. I mean, we might be able to get something similar to this. We need to take some inspiration from Wyatt. From how he created tropical looking, but still temperate looking things. But anywho, over here we will create the big next thing, which will be, I want you to be in a different group. So now we need to do some measuring actually. I want to get to the Zoo of Antwerp. And we can't exactly measure this, but it's worth a shot. Because I want to know how big their alligator enclosure is. Because I want to have something similar in size. I do want... I've seen very tiny alligator enclosures. And I want to have something that's at least a little bit bigger. So... Also, Goran, I use the American flamingos in my Latin zoo since they even reached the Galapagos in Venezuela. Exactly. That's why they're a nice in-between species that can be viewed from both areas. Same thing goes for the raccoons. I do think I want to have the raccoons also visible from the key area. Somehow. And the reptile house is over here. So I think this roof right here is what is over top of the alligator enclosure. If I had to guess. So if we were to take... Let's take some Antwerp footage real quick. Just to be... So we know. Antwerp. That's actually not the... I think that should be fine. I think this should include some alligator footage. Over here, yes, you do. This is the alligator enclosure. Yeah, so we can see that that's the same roof, right? So I think that pretty much is roughly the size of the alligator enclosure. Probably the alligator enclosure is slightly smaller than this entire roof. But let's see, how long is this exactly? So it's 12 by... Oh god, my Google Maps is still broken. Why? So it's 12 by 6-ish. So let's see if we get a similar space. Bam. Bam. And bam. If we have this as our alligator... Oh, as our alligator enclosure. Kind of on the edge of the map. Because this is where this dirt goes. That's kind of where I want the park to end. So we'll have something like this. Then we'll have some space back there for like backstage as well. Alright. Oh wait, this is... Bam. This will be American alligator. That is actually fantastic. That is less space than I thought I would need. Will the American alligators be inside or out? Just inside. I have never seen an enclosure where they are outside. It looks so small and sad. Well, everything looks small when you're just looking at a box. But I mean, look at this. I closed it already. Crap. Like, this is not a small enclosure. This is one of the bigger ones that I've seen for them. Look, got an alligator and it's got all this space. There's so much going on here. Maybe it is slightly bigger than the 6 meters. But I don't know. This is pretty good. Could you do green iguana? I already have iguana in here. So they're already in here. In the South America house. So now my main idea is we'll have the alligators over here. You have a few of the flamingo. And there will be key deer. Have I installed key deer? I feel like I didn't. Crap. I should have installed that mod. Because I was going to, but I guess I forgot. But I mean, knowing that the alligators don't need that much space, we can kind of rethink this area a little bit. So I think I'm going to move this to the side a bit. Like so. And we'll also move this back a fair bit. Maybe we'll have something like this. So that there's a bit more distance between these two. That is really on topic. You're really taking all the keys and locks. Yes. Amber's alligator is so cool. I didn't know they were everything from the store. I did not see that. That's a bummer that you didn't get to see the storm. It is pretty neat. But I also didn't know about it. I had someone tell me after I had already been there. So I went back just so I could see the storm. And I arrived there just after it had happened. So I had to wait for like an hour. No, wait. I waited for like half an hour just watching the alligators. Waiting for the storm to come. It was pretty stupid. Oh, come on. No. Okay, you're bothering me. There we go. No. Apparently there's... Oh, that's for the exhibit. Right. Alright. We got a path. I probably should not have done that in no path, because I will forget that it exists. But whatever. Let's put alligators in here, because I don't know how big the ones in game are. Because I feel like they're going to be a lot bigger than what you actually find in the zoo usually. So we might want to make the exhibit a little bit bigger to suit the fact that we actually have big boys. Let's get some females. And let's get one male. Oh, that one has a very small size gene. That's probably a good thing, actually. So let's get alligators. There we go. See what those look like. Hi there! Good to see you. We are just working on some alligator stuff. So, yeah, I feel like we should not have a male. Just, if we don't have a male, then it doesn't look like the exhibit is far too small. If we have a male, then it does look like the exhibit is far too small. So I think we're just gonna get rid of the male. And we're gonna have just 2 females, and it will look fine. We will make it slightly larger, like so. But this will be a fine exhibit for them. Like, there will be a video pretty soon. And if you think this is small, I went to a crocodile zoo in Germany, and the enclosures were up to standard for crocodiles, but the standards just aren't very high. But it was a really fun experience. I won't talk about it too much because there will be a video about it, which will cover it in detail. But let's see. So how are we gonna? I think I want to have. I want to have. There we go. Terrariums over here. So this will have things like some gecko, stuff like that. And then over here, what I'm thinking is we will still have the very same boardwalks. Maybe you can make the exhibit an aquarium. Maybe. And mostly I'm thinking about terrestrial stuff. We already have a large aquarium in the zoo. Why is there no position snap for that? That's weird. But yeah, so the idea I have here is we will have the same thing that Antwerp has, where we're like looking over a sort of railing into the alligator exhibit. And then let's dig out a little ditch. So they'll have their little pool over there. And then over here, boom, 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 boom. Now this is going to be great. So what I really want with this area is all the water to be kind of connected in a way, seemingly. Dwarf Cayman tank was small enough for me to get my arms about halfway around. Ooh, that does not sound great. Yeah, crocodiles get shafted a lot, but I mean they don't need a lot of space because they don't use a lot of space. They mostly just stay stationary and stuff. But it can feel too small often. Stay back. Let's just quickly do it like this for now. How's yours? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's just... It doesn't matter that much. But I like the idea that they can actually get in. So yeah, they don't do much. So they don't need that much space. But it's just still is always nice to see animals, you know, have the space that at least you would think that they might need. I don't know. But what I want to do over here, basically, is we'll have this. Then we'll have, I think, like 2 more layers of boardwalks over here. And we will have glass. We'll have some nice glassy bits. Hello. In the center of that second layer. So this is inspired by Almere Jungle, which I really liked. They had something similar to this, not with alligators, with like arapaima or something. And I've always wanted to do something similar in Keypark. And I actually initially had planned it with the alligators, but I just didn't really know how I was going to make it fit in with the zoo. But now that we actually have this area ID, it just works. Because we will have this, there will be a door. There will be a door. Where is the door in the glass? Do we not have a door in the glass? There we have a door in the glass. Of course we do. So there will be a door, and you'll be able to take the door outside, and here will be more water. So what this will do, right, if you're walking here, just mentally, it's gonna look to you, because you're on these boardwalks, you're doing stuff, it's gonna look like this water and that water are connected, even though they are not, because this is outside and this is inside, and this is for alligators, and this is going to be the mode for the raccoon exhibit. Huh? How about that? Isn't that neat? I freaking love it. I'm a big fan of that. So we'll have our little alligators inside here. We'll go outside, you see the raccoons, and you'll still be on the same water thing. Oh, yeah, I should actually show the Almere Jungle thing, because it's really, really cool. Credit where credit is due. This is one of the reasons I like visiting smaller zoos. Because I'm just looking for these hidden gems. These cool ideas. So it's somewhere past this, I think. Animals. Oh yeah, it's over here. So you can see over here we've got this outdoor pond, which has some like koi or whatever. I don't remember which animal's in here, but I think it's like guinea pig or something. It's nothing spectacular. But if you turn around, so you're on these boardwalks, and then if you go inside, over here, these are the same boardwalks. So you've got the window over there, the boardwalks continue, and on the inside over here we have arowana. It's not arapaima, it's silvery arowana. But I think I show it. Yeah, over here you can see it really well. Like this effect over here is just super cool. And now that I think about it, that's not quite what we've created, right? Like in order to get this effect fully, you would... will Almere Jungle get a Zoo Tour Snippets? That would be a good idea. I think it's a good Zoo Tour Snippets contender, yeah. Next Suture snippets that I want to work on is for the crocodile house that I've been. I already wrote a script for it, I just need to make it. I've just been really focused on stockpiling. I've been stockpiling real life inspiration videos because in May I'm going to be going on a holiday, so I want to just be ahead of releases so that when that time comes I will have enough stuff to cover my holiday, which will be like 2-ish weeks. And then I also want to have a video already ready for after that, so that I don't need to come home from my holiday and immediately have to make a video. Because I mean, I'm not worried about missing an upload ever, but I like being a little bit consistent, especially now that I have like memberships and stuff. But yeah, I want to do the crocodile thing. Because like I met the owner, we talked, we chatted, so I have a lot of fun stuff to talk about there. I think then I also want to do one on Bochum, because they have a really cool Kia exhibit. I won't spoil why, but yeah. Anyway, this is not really something we can. How easily could we change this? Because what we could do is have the path, like we can flip the gator exhibit, right, to be on the other side, but then you don't, yeah, no, and it doesn't quite work for me either. No, I think we have to keep it the way it is, like this. So it's not quite as effective as Almere Jungle, because it's especially this viewing point that sells the effect very well. But I still think it will feel interesting. Also, this viewing point is kind of awkward because I feel like I wasn't supposed to be back here in a way. But yeah, I still think it's pretty good. Me being professional, never. I could never. No. I will say that's one of the other reasons. Like, I really hope that once I got my shit together, both like mentally and because there's like two things keeping me from streaming regularly and having a schedule for streams, and one of them is just sometimes I'm just not feeling well mentally and I just cannot stream. That's also part of the reason why I didn't stream yesterday. Like, I had a sore throat, but also I just wasn't really in the mood to talk for a long time. Today is a lot better though. But other thing. Also, just having to align my schedule with my parents that I'm living with, it's just exhausting. I don't feel like it. So I hope that once I move out, I will be able to set up a streaming schedule, and we'll be able to stream a bit more consistently. Like, we'll do probably like 2 streams a week. One Planet Zoo stream, one either Planet Zoo or other game stream. Because I do really still enjoy those. I really want to continue with Mario Galaxy as well. And there's so many other games that I've been wanting to play. Like, I've been watching a lot of RT Game recently again. I was always a big fan of his. I just hadn't been keeping up to date. And then the other day I just randomly felt like watching his Tears of the Kingdom videos. Because when Tears of the Kingdom first came out, I didn't want to watch his videos because I didn't want to get spoiled. But now that, you know, I've beaten the game forever ago already. So I was like, I should totally just watch his videos on that, because that would be a lot of fun. And it was. It was so much fun. And now I feel like playing Tears of the Kingdom again. But I don't know if that would be fun. Because it's just, whenever I tried to replay Breath of the Wild, I got bored real quickly. Because I've already beaten the game, and I feel like most of the fun of that game, and I think the same will count for Tears of the Kingdom, is just finding stuff. And a lot of that is lost in the second playthrough. You gotta go, that's totally fine. See you another time. Bye-bye. Alright. So over here, what we'll do is I'm actually gonna bloop, flip this so that we have the so that it's not that tall, but we still have the door. So over here I want to have the key deer. So goodbye prairie dog, hello key deer. Which I've been told are very tiny, but I haven't had them yet in the game. So I think what we're going to do real quick is, I'm really happy with what we have so far. Also, I want to point that out. It's worth noting. We're going to quickly save. And hello Frizers. And I think I'm just going to install a mod real quick. So let's go to Nexus mods. Let's install the key deer. So we actually know what we're working with, because ringtail. Oh, that's also a great species for Keypark. Maybe we could do something with that as well for the North America area, because they're tiny. I've only ever seen them in the nocturnal house. Anyway, let's download this mod. Bloop. That'll take a bit. Yeah, we'll have to close the game as well. So we're gonna have some loading screen time in a bit. First we have download time though. Let me quickly. Yeah, I don't have a lot of mods installed in the first place. Let's have a look at this then. Let's open it right away. While we wait, could play some Minesweeper. Oh, I'm a professional Minesweeper. I haven't played this in forever. This is not the website that I always used. Where is my Minesweeper online? I've always wanted to do this. I've never had to play, like I've never had to have a loading screen during a stream in a long time. Now the time has finally come. For ages I've been wanting to play Minesweeper during a loading screen, and finally I'm gonna have the opportunity. Alright, let's install the key deer. Let's reopen the game. Let's go. But yeah, so I've been thinking of playing Tears of the Kingdom, which would be a lot of fun. But at the same time, I'm like, will it though? Ooh, I almost fucked that up. I mean, I'm a professional Minesweeper. I don't make mistakes, but I almost did. I need to actually load the game though. I need to load our proper. This is horrible for our time. Oh, our score is just awful now. Oh, ooh, that's wrong. But we remember my cat does some stuff she isn't supposed to. So there goes professional. What? Am I not allowed to play Minesweeper while streaming? Who made this rule? Who do I need to talk to? No, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, Minecraft. No, wait, did I? I'm great at talking today. I'm always this great at talking. My story was going towards Minecraft, but I hadn't gotten there yet. Yeah, so I've been watching RT gameplay Tears of the Kingdom. I'm almost done with the series, which is great. But he recently started playing Minecraft as well. And coincidentally, just the other day, someone on my Discord server was also talking about Minecraft because they're making some kind of change to the rules or whatever. And they were like, oh, we should totally have a Just Gore on Minecraft server. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel, and I still don't. I don't feel like setting that up and like having to moderate it and stuff. Like, it seems like a lot of effort just to play Minecraft. But when RT Games started playing Minecraft as well, I was really getting that itch. Like, I really do kind of want it. Oh, oops. There's still some more boys. Oh, we did it. I'm so good at Minesweeper, you guys. Alright, this is done loading. It is! Oh my god. What a great pastime. Went a lot better than I expected, I'll be honest. This is a Planet Zoo stream. But yeah. I'm really like itching to play Minecraft now, which is annoying because it's such a time-consuming game. I only have space in my life for one time-consuming game, and it is Planet Zoo. Because you know what would happen if I were to play Minecraft? I would just start making a zoo. I can do that in this game. There's no point to it. And honestly, with how many of those color variants they're adding for the wolves, that would completely destroy me with my zoo. Because I know already that I would want to collect all of them for my zoo. I once spent weeks of my life trying to get every species, or not even species, that's not how it works in Minecraft. I once spent weeks of my life trying to get every variant of giant panda. Because you got like the sneezing one, and the this one, and the that one. I wanted them all. I needed them. But yeah, I'm not sure what exactly I'm going for here with the shape of these boardwalks. Because we also need to think about how we transition out of this area. It's probably going to be something over here. Do skunks climb? Can skunk climb? Although it can climb up and down wire mesh, it seldom climbs trees. They are a handicap. The nails are a handicap for climbing. Oh, that's great. So what we can do, because I don't think, do skunk live in the keys? I have so many questions. Do skunk live in the... Our expert on the keys is gone. Do skunk live in the keys? Striped skunks are found throughout Florida except the keys. Damn. Go full blighter, bones everywhere. Bones are a great transition. Wait, does blighter use bones for transitions? Anyway. So no skunk in the keys. So I was going to have a mixed skunk raccoon habitat, as you do, but I think what we'll do instead, no. So what we'll do is we'll have a barrier in the middle. In the American area, yes. Oh, all right. No, but what we'll do, we'll have a barrier that will keep the skunk from the key area. But we'll have some climbing frames, so the raccoons will be able to be on both sides, while the raccoons stick to the North America side. I think that will be the approach there. And then we'll have the beavers somewhere over here. I don't think I want this to be like that. I think we just want this to keep following the water. Because I want the water to be kind of a continued thing throughout this entire area. Like, I also want to connect the beaver habitat somehow up to this body of water without the animals being able to, you know, escape. So exactly how this will take shape we'll have to figure out later. But the main thing I want to figure out right now is the key deer. I think... So let's turn this into mud. Soil, I should say. And so we'll have like a viewing area over here, I think. And oh yeah, we have the mod now, so we can actually make an enclosure. So this will be the edge of the zoo. So we will have to kind of try. There will be like a big fence. We'll have to try to kind of hide that. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's the most unnecessary thing. We're using a null barrier for a reason. Come on. Alright. There we go. Let's get some key there. Key there. And let's get a male and 2 females. That should do. I want too many. Let's see how big these boys are. And whether or not this exhibit feels way too small. Because it might be. Let's get some fence. Signature Keypark fence. Let's put that at the same height as everywhere else. Because the key there are probably not going to jump it. Oh, is it that tall? Why? Oh well. We'll figure it out. So we'll have it over here. And we'll have it over here-ish. It does not need to be that tall, come on. Don't be ridiculous. Alright, so, but this, look at how tiny these they are. They are adorable. I'm not in the blueprint section. Oh my god! I want to hug one. Maybe you can keep the beavers together with North American porcupines. Someone's been to Aqua Zoo. No, that is a neat idea. I do. I could do North American porcupines somewhere in here. Is that mod still working? I feel like it's an older mod. Let's have a look. Porcupine, North American porcupine. 1.13. I think that's good. I think that's been updated, maybe. When was that? April 2023. Okay, so it is like a year old, but I feel like it might work. Wait, since when does Aqua Zoo have porcupine and a new beaver exhibit? Like last week? Pretty much last week. This week even. Crazy. Okay, so we'll have our key there, which can have a little backstage over here-ish. It just needs to be like a simple stable, right? It does not need to be anything fancy. But that will be a nice place to like mark the end of the keys area. And the start of the North America area. So it'll be like this-ish. And we'll put an editable sign. Welcome to North America. You definitely need a new enclosure because porcupine can't swim forever. Alright. I mean, it is a pretty common mix. Like, I also saw them at Osnabrück? Yes. And I think other places too. But Osnabrück also had a pretty cool enclosure for the porcupine and the beaver. Let's see, Africa. This should be like here. About. This is the aviary. Yeah, I think we're walking up to it now. This is the skunks, and then some other stuff. Alpine marmot as a stand-in for the groundhog. It looks so cool, giving me a bit of, I can't read that word, party vibes. A little bit. Alright, so this is Osnabrück. So over here is the Beaver. It's the beaver burrow, which is already really cool. So you can see the beavers in their little burrow over there. But then also just the enclosure itself with the cascading water. It's pretty neat. It sucks that you are like looking right up against these backstage buildings. That's a bit of a bummer. But then other than that, it's really neat. And then you've got this climbing structure for the porcupine, and you can see that they've protected it with like metal. Oh, that's a cool detail that we should add as well in our beaver enclosure. Like, they've protected the wood with metal because, well, beavers, duh. So cool. And then you also have a little, yeah, there's also this stream that continues into the enclosure. I always love it when zoos do stuff like that. But there's also this night house for the porcupines. Or, well, night house, it's a strong word, but... Oh! We can do that too! And then we can have the ringtail in the night house as well. Oh, it's all coming together. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, wait. We are cooking. We are cooking right here. So... Definitely gonna... maybe cut down on this. So this enclosure's fine, right, for the key deer. Space-wise, I think that's fine. We're gonna look into ways of making it look better. Good luck with the rest of the scene, but I'm gonna go. See ya. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Has been fun. So what I want is to zig but also to work out this. So we'll have raccoon on this side. We'll have skunk, but also raccoon on this side, and there will be a little barrier in between to keep out the skunk. And then I feel like this group should just be split, yeah. So then we'll have raccoon and skunk over here. Then on this side we can have beaver. And we can have our little bridge. Maybe we continue the curve, you know? Who knows? Who knows what we'll do? Maybe we'll do something like this. I don't know. But what we can do is have a little night house. Oh, I'm getting interesting ideas. So imagine, right? Because this is the zoo of putting stuff on top of other stuff. So what if we somehow, I don't know how I'm gonna do this exactly, but what if we have a prairie dog enclosure on top of this thing? Wouldn't that be something? And then we can have like a prairie dog burrow in here. And and we can have like a little staircase to go up and then to check out the prairie dogs. But also we could have a little glass. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do this because it's a bit out there. But we could have like a glass thing that's like this. That allows you to look up at the prairie dogs. I don't know. It's just an idea. It's a bit of an odd one, maybe. But I definitely think this can be like a beaver burrow. You can also have porcupine, indoor / night house. And then if we have a night house anyway, we can maybe have the ringtail. Question mark? It wasn't a petting zoo, but it looks... no, the area where they built the North America section used to be a petting zoo. Although I'm not too familiar with the history of Aqua Zoo. I'll trust Prizers on it. But this might be a bit too much, but I still think it'd be neat. We also definitely have to change this setup. But regardless, because I also want to probably change a lot about this stuff. Because I do want to have a sea otter enclosure here, and I was thinking Arctic fox can be part of that. Kind of doing what Blightup does with the polar bears, where you have the Arctic fox on top of the underwater viewing of the polar bears. I want to do that, but with sea otters. So yeah, cool plans. But North America can wait. I think I have achieved my goal of this stream, and we have a plan for the Keys area. So what we've got is the woolly monkey will have a backstage over there inside a little cave. All cool stuff. Then you will turn and there will be a sign, "Welcome to the Florida Keys" or something. And you'll go inside. There'll be some terrariums, some geckos, maybe some frogs. We'll have to do some research. Then we'll have a few of the flamingos. Then we'll have the American alligator with a cool enclosure. And might change the size of this, because I kind of want this to look like outdoors. Well, I need to think about how I'm going to approach this exactly, because the enclosure should definitely be more outdoorsy than what it is now. But that'll be fine. So you come outside, and same water level. Is this the same water? Yeah, it is. You have the raccoons, and they'll have a pretty sizable enclosure. We might be able to trim down on that a little bit still, but definitely need to focus on making this escape proof, because there's a lot of raccoon escape stories. Also, Aqua Zoo's new enclosure, the raccoons got out of, which is a big bummer, because definitely don't want that. So I want to pay extra attention to that. But on the other side, bam, we got the key deer, which, by the way, this is a very cute mod. It's a good looking mod. It's a very nice deer. They'll have a relatively simple enclosure. I'm probably going to add some tropical plants. I might do a little bit of like a sloping up type thing. Not this intense. Like we'll have a bit of a hill to kind of hide the fence in the back a bit, together with some foliage. It'll be something like this. And then this will be the backstage. And that'll be the end of the keys area already. I just realized there was one more thing I wanted to have in the keys area. That we might still have space for. I wanted to have a... because Eben sent me a thing. Let's see if I can find this real quick. What did he send? What did Eben send me? It was this. It is a list of species that have been observed in the keys. Which gave me the idea of having the terrariums, because we got a Nole, a Gama, box turtle. That'd be a nice one to have. But yeah, I was going through this, and one thing I know, that's a beautiful animal. One thing I noticed was one of my favorite birds. Let's see where they are. There he is, the black-crowned night heron. Oh, I just love them because their Dutch name is Kwak. Kwak. And for that reason alone, I wanted to have a Kwak aviary in here. So yeah, might do that. We also have manatee. I definitely want to have some education about manatee inside of the building. Oh, and a possum. Oh, that's another species I was considering adding. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use this website enough, actually. This is honestly the first time I'm using it. That's also a great bird to include. They're very pretty. But yeah, I might add the... So, the one thing that's keeping me from adding the black-crowned night heron here is because their range is basically like the entire world. I don't know if... Does this website show that? No. IUCN should though. Black-crowned night heron. So you can see they live like everywhere. So it's not like, oh, this is a species specific to the keys, right? It's just this boy lives fucking worldwide, Mr. Worldwide over here, you know. So that's kind of keeping me from doing it, because even though it is one of my favorite birds, which is also just because of a joke, really. I don't know if they really would make this area very much better. Although, I guess it would, because, okay, so here's the other reasoning for that. Is if we go to Florida Keys. There's a lot of like heron related stuff out here. Because there is like... Okay, so there's the Key Deer Refuge, but there's also, yeah, here the Great White Heron National Wildlife Refuge. So there's like heron... What's this? We're doing research here. So yeah, herons are a big part of the keys. But maybe we should just have great white herons then, because they seem to be kind of symbolic for that. Is there a mod for that? Do we have a great white heron mod on Nexus? I feel like we do. Great blue heron. Maybe I can commission someone. Because just take this boy and paint it white, right? That would be neat. Do we have space for that? Because I feel like we could create space for it. But at the same time, I'm not sure. Could they be mixed with the raccoons? Would be my question. Because there's like, you know, there's habitats for red panda and red crowned crane. So could you have raccoon and great white crane? Because honestly, if we have a nice little water section here, I feel like this could be a decent crane enclosure. You know, if it's not an aviary. I think that would be neat. Could combine the night heron with white ibis, which are very American. That is also a good point. That is actually also a fun idea. I'm gonna play around with that a little bit more. Maybe we can think of something. Because we also have this kind of dead zone, which will be next to a different aviary, so it wouldn't feel too weird to have another aviary here. But then it would be kind of in front of the Keys area, not really part of it, because kind of the building will be the entrance of the Keys area. So alternatively, we can move the backstage of the Key Deer, like, back here. Which I don't think is too bad. And we can just have the aviary here about. Oh. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No, stop attaching. But this is not a very big aviary. I'll think about that off screen, I think. I can tell my throat is getting a bit sore again, and I do think we made really good progress. I'm really happy with what we've accomplished today. So I think I'm gonna end it off here. I'm gonna save, I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. I wish you all a happy Easter. I don't have many plans, just some family biz. Could you not net over the flamingo habitat and add herons to that enclosure? I could, but that enclosure is going to be more so South America and less Keys. So I'm just adding it as a viewpoint for the Keys as well. So that there's kind of the overlap. Because it's going to be not just flamingos. This is going to be one big aviary. You can see anteater in aviary. A bit of a Gaia Zoo reference over there. Gaia Zoo inspiration, I should say. So this is going to be a big aviary with, like, there's going to be ibis, flamingo, maybe Sirama, if I feel like it. Kind of depends. Just big South America aviary is what you should have in mind for this area. Well, as this other side. So yeah, I kind of don't want the herons in there. If I want them to be like part of the, actually part of the Keys area. Because by the way, even if it weren't netted over, I could still add them, because that's what Artis has. If we go to Artis, let's see, is that my most recent trip? Yes, it is. You can see over here they are just chilling with the pelicans. This is also not in an aviary. Like, they're back there, you can see one. So, you don't need to have them netted over, apparently. But that feels weird. But then again, I feel like we could have them with the raccoons. I don't... So part of me doesn't see how that could go wrong. And then part of me remembers seeing a raccoon viciously murder a magpie. At Aqua Zoo. So I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna do some research and think about it. But I'm gonna end it off here because I should wrap up, because need to have voice left tomorrow to talk to people at family dinners and stuff. So yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. I just realized that, oh wait, no, I was gonna say I didn't update the screen, but it updates automatically based on the text file that I have. So thank you for the channel members. You can see them here. Leaf Sink Urinator, Aiden Stevenson, and Elegant Duck, supporting the channel. Always great. I'm gonna end it off right here. I'll see you all in the next stream, probably sooner rather than later. Definitely not gonna be another 1 month wait. I can't believe you did this stream without me. I can't believe you didn't show up, mister. I don't see how this is my fault. You can leave a comment. Tell me about your ideas. If I did good. But yeah, no. I am definitely. I also need a pee, so I really should be. I was with my partner. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Howdy, partner. I'm gonna end it here. Fine. Bye, mister. You can stop talking now. The stream's over. Boop, 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 boop.